So hi, my name is Yunus of Raja. I'm a metric 7225384. So today we are in lab 4. So let's start our lab 4. So basically it's a topology that they gave lah. So in my NSP, I build in this one, same as this. So starting as this point is basically for the people who are newly created topology. Actually it's continuous from our lab 3. If you want to do a new one, means just follow the step 1. If you already done it, means just dive into the step 2 directly. So I start from step 1. Where is it? Yeah, switch 1. Basically as usual we did system view and give name to it as one, the basic stuff. So now we're gonna build a trunk for each interfaces for switch 1. So okay, interface is this trunk. We enter into the interface of the trunk and set the trunk as a LACP mode, and then we enter the interface gigabit Ethernet 0/0/9, and for that particular interface we set ETH trunk. Yeah, the same goes to gigabit internet 0/0/10. Where is it? Yeah, and then set ETH trunk 1 as well. So this is one of the steps. We got 2 steps to build a ETH trunk. So this is step 1. One of the step for switch 1. So if we go to the switch 2, means is another step. It's much bit easier lah compared to step 1. So as usual, its name, system view, and then okay, where is it? We enter the interface ETH trunk 1, this trunk 1, and then we set mode LACP, and then that after we set the mode LACP, we enter to the trunk port. Trunk port is the keyword. Trunk port gigabit Ethernet 0/0/10 and also 0/0/9 is trunk port. So it's a much bit easier to set a trunk to a particular interfaces. So next, disable unused interfaces. So in our case, every interface are in use. There's no interface unused, so we can skip directly these steps all. So okay, let's go into this one. So as they mentioned, link type of switch is it's a hybrid by default, so change it to a trunk port. Okay, in switch 1 we should find, there's a lot of configuration, that's why a bit messy lah. I see this trunk port. Yeah, switch 2, switch 1. So yeah, interface it is trunk 1, enter to the interface. So we set the link type as a trunk. Yeah, trunk here, and then we allow all the VLANs to the particular trunk lah. Port trunk allow pass VLANs all. So it's error basically. Yeah, this one. And same goes to switch 2 with the same thing. Okay, now configure a VLAN. We want to configure VLAN means we should enter the particular interfaces where we should set the VLAN. For switch 1, so okay, we configure VLAN in switch 1. Switch 1. Okay, here we enter the interface gigabit Ethernet 0/0/13, and then we set the link type as a access, and then we quite from it, and then we enter to the interface gigabit Ethernet and set it's the same thing, port link type as access, and then out from the VLAN. And then for switch 1 we set VLAN 2 for it, and VLAN 3 as well. At VLAN 3 we add a port gigabit Ethernet 0/0/13. Okay, 0/0/13, where is it? Port gigabit Ethernet 0/0/13. Okay, so yeah, we enter into the interface. Where is it?
It's independent of what data
13.
what the data
Okay, system view, and then we enter to the interface gigabyte Ethernet 13, and then set the type link type as access. I repeat it lah, link type, and quite from it, and then set the interface to gigabyte Ethernet 0/0/1 for it. After we set port link type as an access to it, quite from it, and then now we're gonna set VLAN 2. We create a VLAN 2, and also we create a VLAN 3. In future we also create VLAN 4 as well. So VLAN 3, for the VLAN 3 we add a port gigabyte Ethernet 0/0/13 for it, and then next we create a VLAN 4, and then into the VLAN 4 we add a port gigabyte Ethernet 0/0/1. So this is for switch 1. So if moving to switch 2 means same thing but a bit different way lah, a bit easier way. This one for switch 2, same thing, we enter to the interface gigabyte 0/0/3, and then after we enter the thing we set the link type as an access. After, okay, here we still in the gigabyte 0/0/3, and while we are still here we set the port default VLAN 4 to read to the particular internet given internet that is 0/0/3. So we out from it, right? And then we now configure for the gigabyte internet 0/0/6. Same thing, 0/0/6. So for that thing we add a port link type as an access, and then same as usual, set a port default VLAN 2 for it. So it's a bit easier, less steps. So now if you want to check verify the VLAN configuration, so just display VLAN lah, the easiest command, and then we can see what gigabyte Ethernet active. Yeah, from here. Same goes to switch to the same command, display VLAN. So now we gonna configure IP address for each VLAN. So first one is go to the router 1. Router 1 interface gigabyte 0/0/1. We enter the interface and set the IP address as 10.0.4. The MAC address 24, and then go to the switch 2. Switch 2, we set the IP address for the VLAN virtual LAN interfaces. Where's the interface? VLAN. Yeah, we enter to the virtual interface 1, and then address as 10.0.424. And then we go to the router 3, same step, set the IP address for it, this one. And next to the switch 4, we set the IP address to the interface VLAN interface 1, that is this one. Already do it 2 times, that's why the address already exists. So now we try to ping to check whether the IP address exists or not. So from router 1 we ping to the address 10.0.4.3, and then it successfully ping, 5 packets are transmitted. So if we are trying to ping different IP address that didn't exist, like 4.4 last thing, we didn't configure any IP address like that lah. So if your ping means request timeout, so there's no IP address lah, 5 packets are transmitted, 0 packets are received. So yeah. So now we are configure a hybrid interface. So before this we configure a trunk interface, right, access one. So now we are changing to a hybrid one. So go to the switch 1, and then we enter the interface of gigabyte Ethernet 0/1, and then we undo port default VLAN. So we undo this because if let's say we already configure switch 1 as different one, at defaultly it's set as a hybrid one. So it's lead to a miscommunication lah. So that's why we undo the default virtual LAN, and then we set a port link as a hybrid to it. So we use this step, port hybrid untagged VLAN. So basically it accept untagged VLAN to it, and then port hybrid with that PVID VLAN 4 for this. So and then we go to the switch 2. So now we continue with switch 2. Same case, we set the interface, we enter to the interface gateway internet 0/0/3. Yeah, and then we set to undo port VLAN, and we set the link type as a hybrid, and then same as port hybrid untagged VLAN, we accept the untagged addresses, and then we wait from it, and then we enter to the interface gigabit internet 0/0/6. Yeah, and then for the particular gigabit internet particular interfaces, we set same thing, undo port default VLAN and port link type as a hybrid, and then same goes to 0/0/6 port. Same thing. So after we accept the untagged VLANs, so now once again we ping to the IP address 10.0.4.3. we can accept as usual. So previously before set the untagged acceptance, it shows no result, 5 packages transmitted, 0 packages received. So now for the ping addresses 10.0 that is IP address 10.0.4.4, we can accept 5 packets transmitted and 5 packets received. So it's successfully configured. So as a final configuration, as usual we do like display current configurations, and then we can see the current configuration that what we did. If you wanna know more minutes, just type more, and that's all from me. Thank you so much. So I'm so sorry for the noise because I'm little bit outside. I think that's all for now. Thank you so much. We see in our lab 5.